Alrighty guys, I'm doing something a little bit different today. Maybe I'll do some more of this later on depending on how it goes, but for now this is just a one-off video I'm doing for fun, and we're going to be having a look at this round in particular. It's one round, it's one strat. It's the Chiefs B-side take they were doing on train during the AOC CGPL Winter Finals, which are down in Adelaide, which I was lucky enough to be casting. So we're working with these guys. There it is, there's the jersey. So just disclaimer, this is just to try and make my room a little bit more esportsy. You know, with the Corvidae logo here, I've got Legacy pink jersey, Chiefs there, and then Dark Side on the other side. I'm not affiliated with any of those teams. I just have it there because I think it looks better than curtains as a backdrop. So there you go, whatever. But so we've got this XQ coming in. It's just like a whole bunch of smokes that the Chiefs were using here. You can see we're on train that way. There's the game. I'm gonna do that. Being on train, I'm just gonna let it play out. Then I'll go in, muck around, show you all the smokes, flashbangs, and Molotovs they're using. So if you want to use them in matchmaking, you can't, because you're never going to coordinate with 5 people the way an actual team does. But, you know, you can learn the smokes. If you have a team and you want to do this, you can go for it. Chiefs guys, if you watch this, A, I love you. B, anyone could have just watched this demo and found it out for themselves. So I'm just doing the harder work of copying your smokes for them. So you'll be right, mate. Good luck. Domestic competition is good. Anyway, I'm going to let this execute roll. We'll watch it all happen in real time, how the Chiefs deal with things. We'll have a bit of a chat about it. I'll go in game. I'll show you all the smokes and things that they were using a little bit slower, and then we'll watch that whole execute from each of the players' perspectives. We'll have a chat about it, and then we'll be good. That's the basic format. Anyway, for now, I'm going to let this play. So it's thrown from B upper, as you can see. The smokes and stuff are about to start coming in. It's Tux and Alistair throwing most of it. 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, and 2 flashbangs, sorry. And then Pex throws a smoke and 2 flashes for himself. It's an anti-eco this round. I'm sure this game they did it in a gun round as well. Probably multiple times as well. I just grabbed this round because it's the first example that I found going through the demo. I'm lazy that way, so you're going to have to deal with it. There is probably more, you know, gun rounds in this that you could use, but I'm not going to do that. So this game, it's currently 6-0. Chiefs, it's going to be 7-0 after this round. Yeah, they won at 16-2. It was a bit of a shutout. This is in the lower bracket finals. No, it's upper bracket finals, sorry. The winner of this game got Chiefs a spot in the best of 5 finals where they beat Tainted again. But that's the execute. That's it. It ended quite quickly. So just to pause the thing really quickly and show you, it's essentially just 2 Molotovs here combining to wipe out this area, smoke here and a smoke here. Then as they run into the site, they throw one here as well to block out another player, and the smokes that pop like there and there-ish. So that's basically what we're dealing with. So I'm going to jump out of this and into a private server so I can show you all the smokes and things that they threw, and then we'll watch that back again from 5 individual POVs. Alright, so here we are on the lovely map of train, and I realised that the main part of the execute was thrown from over here, but as you'll see when we go through the POVs, there's something Pex did a little bit earlier on and then Malta did it later as well, which is something that I should point out. It's if you already know what the Molotov is that God B's been using to clear out Pop Dog, then you can skip this bit, because that's what this is. But it's a Molotov that basically goes down here and then just ruins everyone's day who's trying to play here or there or anywhere. So that's what we're doing here. I did just realize that because professionalism, I don't have grenade trails on, so there you go, now I do. Alright, so first thing you need to do, very important, shoot out these windows. I just did that while I was talking, but you need to shoot those out because glass alters the trajectory of grenades. If you don't know what I'm talking about, observe how this flashbang bounces. It got cut off when it hit the glass. Just shoot that out. You gotta shoot that out. It's important. So what we're doing here is we're coming in here and we're looking for a certain tile. I shouldn't knife things because it's gonna ruin my life. But this tile here is one we're looking for. You can tell because it's got these things and like this bit on the side. That's the one. So you can see here there's this little discolored bit. I promise you it's there. It's that is like that little discolored that section in the middle. So stand on top of that and then stay crouching, and with your Molotov you can see, got my binoculars just for this purpose. See how there's like 2 burnt sections on this window? Sort of aim like a bit below this one, like there. So there, that's about right. I would give you a better lineup, but I don't have one off the top of my head, but that's it, I promise you. And then there it is, boom. This guy's dead, this guy's dead, those guys are ruined, it's great. So Pex throws that one early round in response to I'm stuck, please. Come on, there we go. Yeah. Tux gets spammed a little bit through here, and then he's like, okay, well, Molotov it, and then Molotov does it later in the round because Molotov plays Lurk in this setup. There you go. That's Pex's first grenade. Now, staying in the job of Pex, or the persona of Pex, the other thing, what Pex does in this, if you didn't spot it, is there's one player who comes out over here. That's Pex. So, Pex's job basically is just helping his team come out. The majority of the entries come through the lower ramp here, but Pex comes out upper. So, Pex has a smoke and 2 flashes that he throws to get himself out. So, here's the lineup for his smoke, which lands like there. I don't have impacts on, but it's there, I promise. So you see up there on that thing above the pipe, there's like that little vertical thing. Push yourself against the wall and then line that up with the edge of this wall, like that'll do. It's close enough to that. It's pretty easy smoke. And then a little bit right of the doorknob, say that far. It's again easy and walk through. And that pops there. Easy peasy. There's a gap, but that's fine. I think I threw it a little bit too deep, but I mean I could throw it again, but I'm lazy. Okay, we'll do it again. Yeah. That's like the same smoke. Cool. Alright, I've done it twice. And then the other thing that Pex does from this position before moving is he throws a flashbang the exact same way. There it is. Flashbang pops in the smoke, which means that this dude playing down here, if there is one, he's wrecked by the flashbang that he can't see. Maybe those dudes, possibly, whatever. That flashbang should give Pex a bit of time, and then I'm going to put that smoke back up, because I need that smoke back up. Come on, smoke. There we go. The other thing that Pex does is once he's throwing that flash, is he comes forward here, and then see the grenade trails in the way. So there's that little yellow bit on the door there. Just aim at that, left click a flashbang, pops in. And the other thing that Pex does as well is throws it, and then I didn't put my gun out quickly enough. I'm an idiot. Wait, throws it, then puts a few bullets in to make people look at him. So there you go. That's Pex. Right now, the next person who actually throws utility in this execute is Tux. So we're going to be Tux. Now, Tux's stuff is all thrown. Tux and Alistair are the 2 utility players, and they throw all their stuff from here. So you need to be here. So for Tux, the lineup you want is just there. So basically what I've got lined up is this thing with the inside of that bit of the wall, and then this pole roughly lines up with that mark. Should give you an idea. So Tux's first thing, you just put your crosshair straight on the cross of these railings, hold the smoke, walk forwards, and then throw just before you hit the railing. So like that. And that will go down here. And I threw that terribly, but it's still going to ruin the connected dude's day. Let me do that again, because that was terrible. Line up the thing, walk. Okay. That's going to be the same smoke, but worse, isn't it? Yes. Alright, so I am throwing this terribly, and I don't know why. Am I, like, one railing too far up? No, I'm definitely not using the wrong railings. Cool. Professionalism. I promise that's... is that it? There you go. There you go. I had the wrong railings lined up. It's these ones. Oh god, please Counter-Strike. Just there we go. These ones, and it's this cross, not this, and then it's walking. And that was terrible. And then you walk all the way forward, and then you throw. And I'm not redoing this because you get it. That's the smoke. All right, cool. I did it correctly once in there. Just do that one. All right, so. If you're Tux in this situation, you've thrown that smoke correctly the first time, because you're a pro player, not a caster like me. What you then do, come up here, jump up, and then we are aiming. See, I need an AWP. See, like, back here, there's this grey and this grey. You're just aiming sort of, like, in between those, and then, like, there. Just throw them all. I promise. I promise. It seems very exact, that's what it is. And that's going to get rid of this guy. There will be another one thrown by Alistair, which goes here, which will make that make more sense. But there, that's your Molotov. And then the last thing that you do, if your Tux is no clip through a wall, that's an important part. What you do then is you forget your lineup, and you got to do it again. Yeah, so you're up here, and then you aim in between this grey bit and that grey bit, and just below the railing. So on the yellow below the railing, you throw a flash. Bam, easy, perfect. Pops here, which means rip all of these people's eyes. I mean, they get locked out by the molly if they try to go this way. They're going into a smoke, or they get flashed or something. Basically, so that's Tux. So, to recap, it is... Let's see if I can do this quickly. I can't do it as quickly as Tux can, but there you go. So, remember, smoke, cross, walk, throw, jump up, Molotov, I get the wrong grenade out, Molotov, aim middle of that, and throw, and then flashbang, aim middle of that, and throw. There you go. That's it. That's Tux half of the execute. So now, I am no longer Tux, I am now Alistair, the AWP. See, I have an AWP. Haha, it's a funny joke. So, Alistair throws from right next to Tux, but his lineup is slightly different. So, instead of using these railings in this wall, okay, no I don't, probably need this. Instead of using these railings in this wall, you're using these railings up here and that wall. So you want to line up the corner, so this railing here, the vertical part, with the edge of that wall, and be pushed against this wall. So, There. Then your smoke is very simple. You just aim here and give it a tiny bit of a crouch walk when you throw it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough to give it a little bit extra momentum. That'll pop there. Perfect. Remembering that Tuck's smoke is here. Ish. So there you go. That's that. Mine probably could have gone a little deeper, but hey, I'm not a pro player. You get the basic idea of what's going on. This will make more sense. If you actually want to learn this, then you can fiddle with these grenades for yourself. But this is the basic idea of what the Chiefs do. Then Ellie's molly line up. So I need to line this up with there. So throws his smoke like that with a crouch, slight walk. Then you come up to the front of the bars, aim at the bottom right hand side of this window there, like this whole window. You use the top of it for your first throw. You're now using this pit. Just aim there, pull out the correct grenade and throw. There's the other half of the molly, so Tux's molly will be there. Those combine, rip anyone standing behind this. There's nowhere for them to go. They extinguish you quickly. But yeah, you get the point. All of this area is dead because Molotovs. And then Alistair's flashbang is using the same thing. So we were, where were we? That lined up, we were here. Now you want to come back just a little bit so you can see a little bit of the hand railings in the bottom, and you're aiming at, it's about there. It doesn't really matter where it is. It's somewhere in like the top left-ish of the windows. It doesn't really matter. You just want to be able to see a little bit of this railing. So like there. So just take a step or two back, and then single left click over, and then that pops above the top of this train and just rip all their eyes. So that's all the grenades, pretty much, from their perspective. It's 2 smokes, 2 mollies, and 2 flashes thrown from up here. Pex over on this side throws his own smoke and 2 flashes. Malta is lurking back over here, and what he does is he redoes this the God B molly, which I'm forgetting how to do. I promise I'm good at this. It's there and it's up there. He throws this molly again a little later into the round, and I threw it wrong, but you saw it earlier. That's close enough. He throws this molly a little later into the round and like does, you know, a quick little dance down this ladder and things that you can do if you have good movement, unlike me anymore. He's just playing here to be a massive nuisance to the T's. The CTs. He actually goes down later in the round, which you'll see if you look on the map. Comes out here, takes a fight with someone there with a rifle. Obviously, doesn't get the kill, but delays, and it means that if I open the map, so let's go over everything again. So I can't open the map. I'm not in spectate. Can I? There we go. So what I wanted to get at is, remember that there is a smoke here. There is a smoke somewhere here. The game's restarted, that's okay. There's Molotovs in all of this area. There's a new smoke thrown there, but that's only to get them out once they're already pushed down here. So utility players are from here and here. Malta is lurking around over here. I'm going to do him in blue. And then Inns is the other player who doesn't throw utility, at least immediately, with these guys. He just runs down at entries. His job is to plant the bomb under cover of all this utility. His teammates that help him entry, and they do all of that. So with all that said, you understand the basic concept. It's just grenades here, it's grenades here. They're really not all that complicated. Flashbangs that pop around this area, and then Malta's lurking over here. So that's the strategy. That's what it is. That's what Chiefs do. And now I'll jump in game. We'll go to that replay again. We'll watch all of those smokes and everything being thrown in real time, in eye from each of the players, and then we'll watch the overall thing. And then hopefully you'll understand what Chiefs are doing when they do this execute. Alright, so here we are in the round in question. We're going to start with Pex. We're going to do it in the order that I did it. So we'll look at Pex, we'll look at Tux, then Alistair, then we'll touch on what Malta and Inns are doing as the trio, the two who aren't actually throwing utility. But we'll start with Pex a little bit earlier on, because I just want you all to see this Molotov and what he does it in response to. So he's waiting around here. They're all sort of in this area, hanging around. He's just waiting around here, seeing if the CTs are going to push. You can also see Alistair is scoped down on this angle, so if the CTs peek here, they're just dead. And then Tux, walking over here, is going to get spammed. And as soon as he takes damage, Pex starts to line up his Molotov, finds the right tile, there it is. So this is why you practice these lineups, so you don't do that. The window broke earlier with the P50, there's that Molotov out, and I promise that's the one I threw. There it is, the magic of I threw a grenade properly. Amazing. Right, now we're going to stay with Pex as he moves slowly over here into uppers. And this is just what the T's do. So you can see Tux and Alistair getting set here, because they're going to be the ones who throw all the utility over we just talked about. And Pex is going to walk out here, throw his smoke and flash, and then Inns will go plant the bomb, Malta will work. So let's just watch this happen. Inns is just trying to, you know, have a look, see what he can find. The timing there is quite unfortunate for Apok, by the way, as he's the only player with a rifle, but there was a smoke on ramp, it's cleared, and now the call has been made to go. There's the first two flashbangs, and he walks closely, he throws that flashbang slightly different to me, but hey, there's the bullet to pre-fire it out, and Peck's job in this round is pretty much done. He gets himself, I think, yeah, 1 kill here, and then his teammates clean up pretty much everyone else. Yeah, gets 1 digged here by Info, so rip Peck's. Rip Peck's. But there's that. Let's quickly jump back to before the round, then we'll watch Tux and Alistair and whatever the heck else I said a second ago. Let's do it. Alright. Tux time. Here in uppers, he's about to get this smoke out. Here's the smoke I was talking about. He's actually going to throw it properly because he's a good player. Smoke, Molotov, and Flashbang. This Flashbang is actually slightly different from the one I was throwing. Sure, it won't make a difference, but hey, things are good to know. Then Tux grabs himself the first entry kill. So that's how quickly that utility is thrown, by the way. It's just one grenade after the other, which is why you run dry runs and you practice these sorts of things, because now Chiefs can run full executes like this with 2 people, and it's perfectly synchronized. So now, post-plant, you see how this plays out, they get killed, there's already more than 1 dig, it's just cleaned up pretty easy by the Chiefs. There's 1 kill there for Offnu that he shouldn't have got, but he's left by himself and he will die. So, that is Tux done. Now we have 1 more utility player to look at, which will be Alistair. Do that, and then we'll jump into the other guys. Alistair. Again, just like I said, he's going to sit here with these lineups that I promise you I stole from him perfectly. And there it is. There's all of his utility, blah blah. Straight over he goes, and now he's going to go straight in to support ins on the entry. Tux goes in afterwards. Tux finds the entry kill. I'm just going to cut this here because I don't think Alistair actually gets a kill immediately. So, you know, we'll cut it there, jump to the next person. But that's it. That's how quickly that execute comes. And now the only players we have left are the ones who aren't throwing utility. We'll do ins next, and then Malta last, as ins is actually on this B side. This smoke fading, by the way, is what triggers the execute. As soon as it goes, all of the utility is throwing. You heard it there. Ins just going out, clearing spools with some wallbang shots of smoke, clear out APOC, and Tugs comes through and gets the kill anyway, and ins puts the bomb down. That's his job. His job is to go in behind the utility, drop a little bit of extra supporting utility if they needed it, and then get the bomb down, which he's done. And now his teammates do the post-plant. It's only so many times you can watch this, so we're just going to head quickly over to Malta, who is the only one not currently on the B side. Malta is the last player we haven't talked about, and as you can see, here's the Chiefs ready to do an execute, and here's Malta over here on his lonesome. You know, it's a sad time. But Malta's job here is just to cut off these rotates. You'll see he does go down ladder and take a fight with Church, and which he loses, but you know, it's info, and he holds all this off. So, when his teammates go through here and all the utility, and they take side, get bombed down here, all they have to worry about is this. They have to worry about this entrance, and this entrance. They don't have to worry about anyone flanking them, because Malta's just going to sit here, and then eventually he'll go for a run and do a bit of a backstab, which turns out not being needed, but that's what he does. So, with that in mind, let's watch Malta. So this is kind of a boring one. You can just watch on the X-rays. His teammates will throw out that entire execute. Off they go, down the ramp. Have fun, boys, on your picnic. Malta's going to be over here just having a bit of adventure for himself. Goes out, spots out Josh, takes the fight, doesn't want to commit to it. He's made himself known. The CTs know they can't. Push behind. And Malta's part now is pretty much done. He's just going to wait around here. His teammates will call once they have info on where everyone is. If I have my volume up higher, I'll be able to tell if he heard footsteps, but I don't think you'll be able to hear that player rotating connector. He just knows, based on the timing, based on game sense, based on Malta's a good player, he's going to go and rotate now. He's not needed. You can see his knife out as his teammates starting to clean it up. He's trying to run fast. I want to kill guys. Let me join in. Let me help. No? Alright, you've done it all. And there you go. And now we will just go and watch that one last time with a bit of a different camera angle so you can see it all come in. And now, one last time that we should have it all under our belts. I've shown you all the grenades. You're probably bored of listening to me talk about it, but I think this is a fun strat. We'll get a little bit of a different angle and we'll show you this execute from, I suppose, the point of view of the grenades. Let's go. One more time. Now you know what's happening. Smoke, mollies, flashbangs will come past me in a minute. There we go. There pop. One more smoke here. There it is. And there's the execute pretty much. So, let's bet it. Let this play out in the background just for the bajillionth time. You guys know how this round goes. But anyway, that's it. That was all I wanted to talk about. I just thought this was a fun strat. I noticed when casting this match that Chiefs did this particular strat many times. This is the first time so far in this demo, like sort of 6th, 7th round, they have brought it out and used it. But later on in the game, they used it quite a bit. So I wanted to bring it out. I wanted to talk about it because it's something a team of mine didn't have an answer to. And there you go, that's it. So let me know what you thought. Drop me, I'll post it on Twitter. You can tweet at me. You can do whatever. I'm going to pause this demo because it's going to annoy me. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you want to see more of this thing or less, or if my analysis is wrong. If you're a Chiefs player, please don't tell me that my grenades are all wrong, because I know I did my best. I stole yours from a demo. And yeah, it's going to do it. I might make some more of these because they're fun. See you later, guys.